Thanks for joining me for this potty training discussion. In this video, I'll be sharing a few techniques that you can use when potty training your puppy. I'll also share some tips on how to shorten the length that it takes to potty train. The first thing that I want to discuss is the utilization of crates with potty training. When you're first potty training your puppy, it's very important that you use a crate. I highly recommend crates. Now, when you purchase your crate, you want to make sure that the crate comes with a separator. The separator will keep your dog from having the entire crate to themselves since they're going to grow into the crate. So why do you want to use a separator? The reason that you want to use a separator is because the dog does not like to be where they go potty. So this teaches them to hold their potty. If they have an accident and they have to sit or lay in it until you get home and take them out, they learn that they don't like that and they want to hold their potty until they're able to get out of the crate. So it's important, if you have the ability, to purchase a crate and have them separated from the entire crate. The dog should only have enough room to enter and turn around while you're potty training. After they're potty trained, you can give them more of an area in the crate so you can take the separator out. But until then, it's important that they only have limited space. Make sure that you are taking your puppy out often. So it is very important when they're first learning to go potty that you're taking them out very often, usually about every hour. I know it's a lot, but it's important that they learn that pottying is outside. If you're not taking them out super often, it's more likely they'll have an accident in the house, and that is not helping with the consistency of going potty outside. If you catch your puppy in the middle of having an accident, you want to grab them and run outside as fast as possible. The reason being is that we are once again associating potty means outside, not inside. You also want to scare them a little bit when you go to pick them up and run outside. You just want them to be not fearful, but you just want it to make it a big deal. Like, we don't do that inside. So when you pick them up and you run outside, you want to make sure it's in a quick and hurried manner. Okay. Also, utilization of a puppy playpen can be very helpful. When you are potty training, you want to always maintain line of sight. The reason being is your puppy will sometimes like to run in the back corner of the house and want to go potty. If you have line of sight, you can, see indicators of them trying to find a spot to go potty. And also, if they start going potty, you can interrupt that potty. So line of sight is the secret to potty training quickly and efficiently. So using a puppy playpen, it's very similar to a crate, but it's more open. So that way the puppy has room to romp and play, but that you can maintain that line of sight, and also it keeps them from being destructive in the home. So you can place potty pads down, so if they do have an accident, a lot of time those just end up being ripped up because a puppy is a puppy. So you can place them down, so if they do have an accident or if they do choose to go on the potty pad, that it's cleaned up. There's also a technique called tethering, and this technique is something that I don't use super often. Usually the technique that I use is the playpen, or obviously the crate if I'm not home. That's my way of keeping line of sight. Tethering is another way of keeping line of sight. Tethering is when you keep the puppy by your side at all times by pretty much leashing them to you. So this is an example of a tether. It is adjustable. This part would go on your belt loop, and then this part would go on the puppy's collar. So say that you're walking around or you go into the kitchen, they would be tethered to you and they couldn't run off and go somewhere else to go potty. It is a very good bonding tool that you can use as well. So if you do use tethering, it can help with the bonding. Okay, if they do go potty outside, so you take them outside and they go potty and you're so excited. So you want to make sure that you make it a big deal. So that means treats and praise. Good job, good job. Sometimes praise can be more efficient than treats. Just make sure that we do both. And don't forget, if you're taking them to go potty, bring treats with you. Have them ready. Okay, if they do have an accident in the house, it is possible to use that to your advantage if they're having problems. You can soak up the urine with a towel or a potty pad and place that out in your yard, and then take your puppy to that spot, and smelling the potty out in the yard can assist with having them go potty outside. If you feel that that will help, you can use that technique. Okay, let's see here. One other thing, when you are taking them out of the crate, so say you get home and you're letting them, taking them out of the crate to go potty, don't just open up the door. You actually want to take them, pick them up out of the crate and take them outside immediately. If you open up the door and let them walk to the door to go outside, a lot of times they'll just have an accident on the way, and we don't want that. We want to establish that outside means potty. So until they can learn to hold it on the way to go outside, make sure you're picking them up and placing them outside to go potty, where they can go potty immediately. All right, guys, so in the next video, you will see how to crate train them with treats and using a command. Until then, I hope that you have a great training week and good luck this week.